Thanks for tuning in to the Prime Nostalgia, the podcast dedicated to entertainment from childhood. That's 80s, 90s, the latest 2000s. Cause Prime know it all, and Leeboy be wild, and he's from all that. Dropping gems for you to find, so that's orange, the lightest line. Prime time is all the time. We talking about the classics, and there's so many. That's Leeboy TV and PRIME. Ow.
What's going on, everybody? It's the PRIME coming back with another episode of the PNP.
Hey, we missed a week.
We did, but we back. I'm here with my co-host Leeboy TV. Say what's up.
What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? Hopefully everybody's at home, being safe and healthy. You know, we went through our little week. We need some time, you know, some care.
Do you want to tell them why we needed some care?
Oh, you know why. You know, the C-19 then came down and ravaged through my whole house. I don't know what was going on your side, Prime, but we was going through it, but we back. You could tell we took a little time off Disneyland, but I was able to catch up on these shows, though. I was able to do that. So one good positive thing.
Yeah. So you got to catch up on your shows. And I mean, we had a few to catch up on, and we got them on, and I guess we're just gonna start, and we're gonna just go right out the gate. Bel-Air premiered right after the Super Bowl. At the time we're recording this, they have 5 episodes out, and I don't know if you watched all 5. I watched all 5, but
got through all 5. I mean, it's easy show to get through. This is a good show, man. Good show. So before we say anything disparaging, we'll just start off with that this show is amazing. I think it's actually exceeding expectation for me. So,
so this is what I think a true reimagining is, because a lot of shows come back and they say it's a reimagining, but it'd be like it's like if it's a sitcom in the first one, it's a sitcom in the second one. This is a true reimagining because it's reimagined in a whole nother way. And I like it. Like, people's already trash on it because obviously it's Fresh Prince. I'm like, I just give it a chance. Like, just
really, people are trashing it.
Not trashing it since it came out, but I'm saying before it came out.
Right. People are like, I don't want to see no remake. It's never gonna be better than the original. Which don't go into it with that type of mind, because I think that's why I always have my expectations low, especially on reboots and stuff like that. So when I seen it, I thought it would be good. Obviously, Will Smith is included in the project heavily. And we've seen what he did with Cobra Kai and some other projects. He's done some great reimagining before. But like I said, I think it really exceeded expectations and took some really dramatic turns that I wasn't expecting. And I love it so far.
Yes. Also, one thing that helped it, and I don't want to go heavy in the spoilers, people, but we might say a little bit here and there. But one thing I like that I really like is they put money behind it. Like, if it was the same show and it just like didn't have the money behind it, it would be totally different. Like, they can't afford a pool house and they like got a pool, like a blow up pool or something. Like,
right.
If it was stuff like that, then it would not have worked. But the fact that they, it got a place that looked like a real mansion, and all these good shots and stuff of the houses and all that adds to it. So
Right. Because in the original, like, you had that feeling where you're like, oh, this is a cool house. I wish I could check it out. It's Bel-Air, but it was obviously the 90s. So that same house and that same setup would not be so shocking, wouldn't be so appealing to us. So they really had to step up in that regard, because people are used to seeing what Hollywood and Bel-Air and all these places look like now with reality TV and so many other places that you could catch that type of content, Kardashians and stuff. But so they really had to step it up, and I think they definitely stepped up for sure. And I think they might have saved a little bit of money with the cast. There's no like big names or anything. There's no one that is going to be extracting a huge payday. What I'm saying?
I think that they did that on purpose, and that's good, so that they can use. Like I always say, I would rather them get an unknown cast so that they can use them rather than using these big name people and they can't use them for X amount of whatever. So I think they did good. And one nitpick before we like start talking about this or whatever, I really hope that somebody in the show lives in that Bel-Air house, the actual house on the show.
What do you mean?
Like I hope like say if like whoever like I don't know the dude Broderick, right? Say if like Broderick gets invited to Aunt Ville's house and they go to his house and his house is the actual Fresh Prince house from the first show.
Oh, okay. You hope that they somehow bring it into the fold. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
that'd be
Even
dope.
if it's somebody like even if Jazzy Jeff is in it and that's his house, or something I would like to see that
Ooh,
house
it
or something.
could be Hillary's influencer house. It's
Yeah,
possible.
yeah.
We don't
See,
know.
something like that. It could be something like that. Would be nice if they like just cut to it or something. That'd be nice. Just like how they did in Like Mike, if you remember. But
Yeah,
anyway,
you need a little bit of nostalgia in there. I would say, obviously, there's a lot of a couple nostalgic innuendos and callbacks to the show. Well, tons of them actually. Obviously,
yeah.
it's based on the original. One of my favorites though is him having the Bel Air Academy jacket inside out. As soon as he put that on, he was like, "Oh my God, Will!" So I appreciated that for sure. So yeah, with that, I think we can kind of introduce what we'll be talking about today, which is, I mean, Bel Air is a reboot. So me and Prime, we came together and we decided we wanted to talk about a reboot we would like to be see made. But before that, let's just kind of talk about some of our favorite reboots that we've seen over time and some that we would want to check out. And then you guys make sure you stay here until the second half where we will give a full breakdown of a reboot that we would like to see made for TV. But one that I really liked, which is very similar kind of to Bel Air, is Cobra Kai. I brought it up a little bit earlier. It has the same type of story arc where they take the original story, they make it totally dramatic, and then they update it for modern times. And Cobra Kai, I think, was definitely a precursor for Bel Air. I think that was also produced by Will Smith.
I think his company, yeah,
His
I believe
company
so.
produced it. So that may have had a big reason or something to do with why they were so generous with the budget for this one, because they're like, we already know what this guy Will Smith could do with an awesome franchise. Obviously, with Jaden being in Karate Kid 3, it made sense for him to do that one. Although
The Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid,
It
excuse
was
me.
like it was a reboot. So yeah.
It was like a reimagined reboot type thing. But also good and also a different spin. So I appreciate that when they don't do they're not trying to remake the show or the characters aren't just older. I really hate those. I think I would hate those the most, but they're just
So you
older
like
now.
reimaginings more than
I like reimaginings more.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, look, I got one, and it's fairly new, and I don't know how the people feel about it, but I felt like from the source material to what we got, I kind of like it. And I'm gonna say Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell?
I'm gonna say because I was an avid Saved by the Bell watcher. I watched Saved by the Bell. I watched the college years. I watched the movie. I watched the.
They got a Saved by the Bell movie. I did not know that.
Yeah. It's with Zach and Kelly getting married at. They got a movie. They got a spinoff called The New Class, right? Yeah, and the New Class went on longer than the actual show. I think the New Class went on like 8 years, while the original only went on 4. Anyways, I'm dating myself. Anyways, but the reimagining is just like new students at the school, and then the old cast, teachers or their parents or whatever you have. Like it's a good balance between the new cast and the old cast, and the old cast can still shine. Like they're not just forgotten, and I kind of like that. They're not forgotten, but they're not in the spotlight long to be hogging up the spotlight. So I like that. And then also it's for a new audience. So some of the jokes are modern, some of them are like current events, but I still like it for how it took one idea and then make it's still is enjoyable to watch.
So would you say it's the same type of comedy?
As Saved by the Bell, it's not the same type of comedy, but it's aware of stuff that happened in Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
So like say if one episode Kelly had like 10 brothers, and then the next episode she had one, they would like be like, oh, remember that one time I had 10 brothers? They go and they like talk about stuff like that happened, or talk about different episodes as if they're not in a TV show. So I kind of like it.
Another one that I like actually kind of reminds me that they're both in college and in school, or actually they're in high school, was Clueless. I like the Clueless TV show. And this is actually opposite from what I was saying before, that I like reimaginations. And this one it like kind of picks up right from the movie, right? It's like almost all the same cast, all the same
I haven't
characters.
seen the show yet because I was saving it for it to come out, but it ain't come out on that but YouTube. So I'm like, I don't know. I'll be able to watch it, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's good though, man. I mean, it just reminds you of an extended movie. And I had to even think, like, when I was thinking about this topic, I'm like, did they actually do it? Because it looks almost the same as the movie. And I'm like, yeah, I used to watch this all the time, man. So I thought Clueless was a great extension. I think it came out 1 or 2 years after the movie. So it was like still fresh in people's minds, and the characters all kind of still look the same. They pretty much brought everyone back. So that one I think was it's kind of even hard to even consider it a reboot. They just
that's technically a spinoff.
Yeah, it's just a spinoff. Yeah, they just created the TV show right after the movie.
Reboots have a lot of different things. There's a spinoff where it's about a different character in the series, or they have a reboot where they just redo the whole thing with different characters, or then they have a reimagining, which is the same as a reboot, but it's a different genre. So different ways you can take that.
Yeah, I think Clueless is one of the better spin-offs, I would say, where it just feels like the same, but they're just adding more to the story, and you get to know the characters even more. So I appreciated Clueless.
All right, this one I like it, but then it went on a little bit too long. I'll be honest with you. I liked the first 2 seasons, and then they went to season 5, and it was just like, okay. But Fuller House, right? Source material from Full House. It did amazing. Bringing everybody back, doing a comedy, doing the same stuff, but then like what I've been I'm teaching to my kids, or whatever the case is. Everything like that was cool, but then they went like 3 seasons too many, in my opinion, because it went from being like a Fuller House revival thing to just being like the DJ Tanner show, and that kind of threw me off. But other than that, it was enjoyable to me. I like the show.
Oh yeah, that's one I definitely had on my to watch list, as well as Save the Bell. Punky Brewster, didn't see that quite yet. Shout out to Cherry. And then one that looked really good to me too is the Wonder Years. They gave it a totally different cast, but Ben Savage is involved, I think, as a director. Savage. Fred Savage, my fault. Fred Savage, wrong Savage, brother. But I think he's involved as director or something like that. Producing it, yeah. So I wanted to see that because I always watched the Wonder Years when it used to be on Nick at Night way back in the day. Yeah, that was
my thing is, I haven't seen it, but I would have liked if it was in a different era, because it's like about, he's black but he's in the 60s. I would have liked if it was like in the 80s or the 90s, because it's just would be a fun show. Not that the 60s is not fun, but the 60s it probably could turn from being fun to being like
it's the height of the civil rights movement. So yeah.
So they talk about like Dr. King dying and stuff like that too. So I don't know. It feels like in the 80s. The 80s is like a time where you can like watch a show and relax and have fun moments. That's all I'm saying.
I just wanted to check it out just to see how they would really cover it, but I haven't seen anyone talk too much that it being. I mean, I've heard some good critical acclaim for it, but not anyone like personally. Like, have you seen the Wonder Years? No, haven't seen it. Gotcha. One last one though that I thought was really good. I've only seen a couple episodes, and I actually might throw on one tonight. Mighty Ducks on Disney Plus. I thought they did. Oh
yeah, okay.
That's a reimagine, right?
R.I.P.
All right, who rest in peace to who?
The show. I mean, they
Oh,
got
it's
season
done.
2.
Oh, the show done.
No, they got season 2, but Bombay is not coming back. So RIP. Ain't nobody watching it. Bombay not coming back. So hey.
Hell no, it's all about Bombay. But I thought, watching the first couple episodes, how they get the gang back together, and I thought it was good, and they had a nice little spin, nice little modern spin on it. So
And
yeah,
your girl came back too.
Who's that?
Julie the Cat
Julie
Gaffney.
the Cat Gaffney. Wait.
Julie the Cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I actually had forgot about it until we did this list, and I was like, that was a good show, man. So, and it was something I could enjoy with the kids. So, might have to throw that on soon and get through some Mighty Ducks. And they're loving D2 right now. I put them on a D2. They watch D3 and D1, and so I'm like, yeah, it's time. It's time to go back to Mighty Ducks. Before we get to our own, and we'll take a break too. There's a couple shows that I didn't actually know existed that they had done these reboots. Did you know that, or TV shows, they actually turned these movies into TV shows? I'm sure you knew about the Uncle Buck TV show.
Which one?
I don't know there was any.
There's 2. Yes, there's 2. One that came out, I think, in the early 90s, and then one that came out in like 2016 with Mike Epps as Uncle Buck.
See, I kind of knew about that one. Didn't know there was a Ferris Bueller TV show.
You didn't know Ferris Bueller? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I had no
idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, every John Hughes movie almost has a show. So Ferris Bueller, Weird Science. Weird Science has a good show actually. Like Weird Science was gonna be on my list for my third one, but Weird Science is a good show that I would prefer to watch. But it's like, if you probably haven't watched the movie, you'll know nothing about it. But Weird Science, y'all should watch it. That's like 6 seasons. USA Network.
Did you know there's a Honey I Shrunk the Kids TV show?
Yes.
Never knew that.
I knew it, but I didn't. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know who's in it. I just know that there is a show about it because they wanted to capitalize on all that money.
Yeah, they already. I don't know. To me, that doesn't even make sense. But yeah, it is what it is.
They shrink the kids every day, just like there's
a
show where somebody does something stupid every day. Come on now.
How many times you gonna shrink the dang kids? And then Dirty Dancing. I mean, is Corbin Blue on this? Is there a new show, Dirty Dancing?
Yeah.
Show? And there's an old show. Is this only? I don't know.
I don't know the old show. I just know there's a new one coming out with like one of the Nikki Bella, I think, and somebody else.
Okay, because obviously I was doing some research and all the movies that have been turned into TV shows, especially from nostalgia times. Love Dirty Dancing, the original movie. And when I saw there was a TV show, I seen Corbin Blue a little bit, stuff about him doing that. I don't know if that was the same one I saw on this list, but yeah, shout out to him. And shout out to everyone that's, part of these great reimagines, reboots, and all the spinoffs, all of them. So, I'm always excited to see things from nostalgia being remade. And yeah, there's a lot to watch, man. That's what's great about being into nostalgia. There's always something to watch, always.
Yeah. Also, people, don't watch the Ferris Bueller.
Don't watch the TV show.
It is not good. Like, it's fun if you want to watch it with friends and laugh, yeah. But if you want to watch it, but it's not good. It has Jennifer Aniston in it, and that's it. And it's like, it's not even a full season. It's like 7 episodes. So yeah, that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, but definitely check out Bel Air. I know we already said that. I loved, like I said, Clueless, Cobra Kai, Mighty Ducks. There's so many to watch that are good. Prime loves Fuller House and The Saved by the Bell. That's definitely on my list of things to watch. So yeah, I mean, if you didn't have any content or any recommendations that on for a list of great reboots, now you got it. And with that, you got anything else, or we're gonna go ahead and take a break?
I guess we're going into the break.
Yeah, we'll take a break, and then we'll be right back with our own reimagined reboot spinoff idea, whatever it is. I mean, for me, it's definitely a reimagination, I think. But yeah, I'm excited to definitely share. So you guys, Prime will throw something on the break, and then we'll be right back. What you got for him, Prime? All right, all right. We are back. This is the reboot episode, and I'm sure it has some different title. Who knows? Who knows what we're gonna
Probably
title
gonna
this
be
thing?
like reboot again. So I don't know. Whatever.
The super boot.
Yeah.
Yes, so we are here to talk about our own reimagination of a TV show or movie. In fact, me and Prime, we made sure that we didn't want to come up with the same idea, and we wanted to be surprised today. So I took a movie that I wanted to turn into a reimagined TV show. He took a TV show that he's going to reboot, and we'll discuss our idea in length, in full, and with full detail. But I mean, before I give my actual movie, I'll just say two that I did think of that didn't actually make the cut real quick. I thought it would be funny to do a White Men Can't Jump. Just imagine that reimagined Black Girls Can't Swim. Look, that's just totally
Oh
that's
my
just
God.
totally
Come on,
disrespectful. I mean, you're gonna get
Come on,
canceled
man.
with the you're definitely getting canceled with Black Girls Can't
People gonna
Swim.
be coming after you.
Hey, but just imagine a whole like swim team or it's like some amazing girl that could just swim laps or something crazy. I think that would be very interesting just to, just to play off. Obviously, White Men Can't Jump. And this was a really my honorable mention. And I thought about it quite a bit. It just wasn't as compelling as my actual idea. But I would love to see The Mask made into a TV show. That Jim Carrey, The Mask, into a TV show where every week, he finds the mask. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, is there already a TV show? Oh, they did do the cartoon. Yes, I have seen the cartoon.
No,
yeah, they did the Mask cartoon for sure.
I'm thinking. Never mind. That must be a second movie, not a show. That's a second movie. Sorry.
Yeah, they did the Mask cartoon, which was actually really good. And I used to watch that quite a bit. But I was thinking more, a reimagination where I was thinking someone in high school, they was playing like on a high school football team, and he just throw on the mask every time to like get a touchdown or tackle people or something.
What is this, the jersey?
Yeah, like the jersey. The other team somehow finds the mask, and then they get a star player. Then they got to fight him back for the mask, and they're trying to keep it under wraps. I think that would be super crazy, super interesting.
So it's like Alex Mack when she don't want to give nobody her powers, and they be trying to take it.
There you go.
People trying to hide it.
But the Mask, his powers are just next level, and then he turns into a whole suave type dude and gets girls, and there could be a lot of cool stuff that they could do with a TV show with that. So two quick ideas, and those are just the honorable mentions. Those aren't even the real ideas, so I'll just share really quick. My reimagination or reimagined series is actually for a thin line between love and hate, and which was obviously a great movie, and I would like to see that expanded into a TV show. And I have some ideas on how it could definitely be interesting, but with Martin's the main character, Darnell, I would love to see Shameik more in that in that role. I think he's funny. He's obviously a great actor. And I think he could really bring something to that role. And then as Mia, which is Darnell's actual girlfriend, the nice one, a young lady, I love her acting skills, Zazie Beetz. I think she's a great wholesome.
That's a good choice.
She's a wholesome person that could, and she's tough too. Because remember, Mia, she get down with the crazy lady, which is Brandy, right?
If not.
Brandy Webb, who's played by I almost said Angela Bassett. That would have been bad. That would have been real bad. But you know who gonna play Miss Brandy Webb? Crazy ass Zendaya. Zendaya versus Zazie Beetz. I think that would be a hell of a showdown. I mean, because Zendaya gives you that same, because Brandy in the original, she's like real uppity, calm and collective. And but then she has this crazy side to her. And I would definitely, based on what I hear about Zendaya in Euphoria, I would want to see her do some crazy stuff. But I haven't seen Euphoria, so I can't be a full judge of that, of her character on there. But yeah, those are the main people that I have as like leading it. Zazie, Shamik, Zendaya, and then Bobby Brown's in the original. So you got to bring back Willie McLean for sure. Just because he plays Bobby too well, and I could just he got to just be the wild boy on the side of Shamik. I think that would be dope.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, and are we gonna get into the story arc because I think you could, in the original, he has this whole nightclub, right? That he's trying to bring up.
Nightclub is a bit.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have it be a nightclub because that's like a 90s thing, where Darnell's trying to start a nightclub. He invites Brandy, and she ends up being crazy. Blah blah blah. See, in mine, I think Darnell's trying to start a weed clinic, right? He's trying to start.
Okay.
He trying to start him a weed clinic. He ends up seeing Brandy at a party. She's kind of smoking. His girl don't really smoke, so he like want her to come and maybe be an ambassador or be a show girl. They always having these girls in these clinics and stuff. So he gonna have her. He gonna try to get her to work there. He finds out, that she's connected, right? She's her dad, maybe the DA, and she just start. So as soon as things go left, she's gonna start bringing all her political necks to get him shut down, to get him arrested for not having compliant weed, and she's gonna just make things hard for him, right? So because Brandy got to be crazy, and so I think that could be a nice little year 2000 spin on things. And then with her, with her dad being a district attorney, that puts jail time into play. That has Brandy getting out of jail. If she ever do something crazy, she can lean on her dad's connects. And I think there's a lot that could be there, a lot that could be done there. If you take it out of the nightclub, you put it in LA, or you have them in a weed clinic or something like that, I think that could be very interesting. Very interesting. And then I just love Shamik more too. So
is Brandy gonna steal all the tires off his car and the rims and all that too?
Nah, she gonna get him set up. She gonna get all his weed, like a whole district, a whole distribution. Or excuse me, she gonna get a whole shipment of weed, either jacked by some crazy jack boys, or she gonna set them up somehow. And I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be a whole interesting thing, and it's a great original plot. I think with some new characters and some quote unquote fresh faces, this could be it could be an amazing reimagination, and I would love to see it. Somebody make Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Classic story, classic song remade by H-Town. I forget who makes the original, but just so much to be remade from that series. So
well, mine is not that lengthy at all, to be honest with you.
I put a lot of thought into it. My bad.
Very short. Because I want mine to be like a TV show, not like the 10 episode single cam. I want to be multicam because why not? So I decided to do Head of the Class. Also, by the way, rest in peace to Howard Hessman. He just died like last week. But I want to do Head of the Class. Y'all don't know what Head of the Class is. It's basically a show about a substitute teacher who has to teach this genius class, and he ends up becoming a regular teacher. That's pretty much the whole premise. And it's just a lot you can do with that. Like, this was the show that got like Brian Robbins his start. Robert Givens was on the show. Dan Friskman
and Schneider, right?
Yeah, Dan Schneider, Dan Friskman, which is Chris from Kenan and Kel. Kimberly Russell, Tony O'Dell, he's in Karate Kid. Rain Pryor, which is Richard Pryor's daughter. Torres, do you know who Torres is? He's in New York Undercover.
Oh yeah.
He looks weird. His name is Torres, and I think New York on the cover as well. I think. I don't want to say he looks weird, but he does look weird in the show. I'm just saying.
The Hispanic cop, right? The main dude.
Yeah, in that show, yeah. Anyways, I would do a lot of things different, but I would have Anthony Anderson be the teacher, Howard Hessman. I would have some of the kids be Marseille Martin, Sky Jackson. Is it Sky or Shy Jackson? What is her name? Sky Jackson? Sky Jackson. Okay, I would have them two be just the two like smart kids or whatever that you can have. And clearly you can do anybody else that you want to. But I would have those two in it for sure. Anthony Anderson be the teacher because you got like all these are genius kids to begin with. So I think that can work. The principal is also an integral part in this story. The principal hates the teacher, by the way. And the principal, I would have be Chris Rock because he only does like 2 episodes in a few. So he can just come in there and say, I hate you, or whatever the case is. They have dialogue. Or if not Chris Rock, then Phil Lewis. Phil Lewis is from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. You know. Yeah, but yeah, I would have Phil Lewis come in there and do something. But yeah, that's like all I got, that's all I have for this. It's very short, but it's so much you can do with that. And I think they should do it, something like that. They did do a Head of the Class reboot and it got canceled because it wasn't good. So sorry.
As so many of them do. I mean, there's a lot of good reboots out there.
So yeah, that was a few, stuff that we wanted to see. Now I could just throw something out there off the top of my head. I've been trying to pitch this for a while, but I think they should do a Spy Kids. You never seen Spy Kids? Well, you've seen it.
Oh no, I've seen it.
You don't know the series, so but yeah,
no.
I think they should do a Spy Kids with Miss Akbar, who was Ashley in Bel Air, and then Isaiah Russell. I don't know if you know who that is. But they both played twins on a movie, and I like them being brother sister so much. I think they should be brother sister and Spy Kids.
And I definitely could actually see Spy Kids though as a TV show. Actually, I think it would probably be better as a TV show than some of the movies.
Because they have different adventures.
I think yes. I think
30-minute episodes. Be a TV show, it could be cheaper, and that's probably why they don't do it. Because I don't want them to be like trying to be using a grappling hook and it looked like
even cheaper than it was, because it already looked kind of suspect.
Oh, hey, Robert Rodriguez is known for being cheap. Like he's known for getting on his computer and using $2 animations and just animating the whole movie.
Oh, we know.
Care. Yeah, and just pressing enter and send it off, and it's in the movie theater. Yes, he doesn't care. And this is the man that's doing Star Wars and all that kind of stuff. Now I don't know how he manifests his way into doing it, but hey, all right. Anyways, let the people know where to find you.
Hey, you can find me at Leeboy TV at LeeboyTV.com, Leeboy TV on all socials. I've been tweeting a little bit. I haven't been responding. I don't know if anybody's been responding to my tweets, but I'm on there. I'm back on Twitter because Instagram, barely, but Instagram just not rocking with me no more. So, I got to take my talents elsewhere. Also find me on Fanbase, just at Leeboy. So yeah, come check me out. Come show your boy some love.
Okay. You can follow me Twitter, Instagram, KVNG Prime Time. Follow the page, Prime Nostalgia Pod, P Nostalgia Pod on Twitter. We'll get back on there eventually. Follow 80s, 90s, and 2000s vibes because I'm over there too.
And check out that Bel Air reaction you guys did. Was dope.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming out. And as far as reboots go, this is our last thing about reboots for at least a little bit. I'm gonna say if you're gonna do a reboot, please do a Boy Meets World reboot the right way. That's all I'm gonna say. Because Girl Meets World was not good at all. Like they had out of 4 seasons, they had 3 good episodes.
your show. So you know it couldn't have been good if you dogging it like that. So would you want to see a more dramatic turn, or would you want to
No,
keep
I
it
just
as a
want to see
sitcom?
more of
It's
what
good.
I love.
Right.
It's like, bro, Topanga was in the background. Corey was in the background, even though he was the teacher. They tried to make him Feeny. It just wasn't. It wasn't the same. The only time it was the same is when the older characters were talking to each other. It's like if Corey was talking to Sean, or if it was like those characters talking to each other that we know, then it was like the old Boy Meets World. But then the new characters, it was not the same at all. So, yeah.
All right, you heard
Thumbs
it from
down.
Prime. Go remake that Boy Meets World.
Yes.
Don't forget about Thin Line Between Love and Hate. I would love to see anybody do anything with that. One of the classic films that I love. So, yeah. And you guys definitely let us know on Twitter, on Instagram, some of your favorite reboots or reboot that you would like to see made. We definitely want to hear that from you guys, and maybe we can battle it out with some type of competition or something. But yeah, Bel-Air is the one to watch right now. And then shout out to everyone on Proud Family too. There's just so many remakes right now. It's good time for nostalgia.
Yeah. But yeah, all right, people. We don't ramble on long enough about reboots. I'm Prime. That's Leeboy. From us at Prime Nostalgia. Say Prime Time is all the time, and we out.
We out. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the Prime Nostalgia, the podcast dedicated to entertainment from childhood that's 80s, 90s, the latest 2000s. Cause Prime know it all, and Leeboy be wild, and he's from all back. Dropping gems for you to find, so that's orange, the lightest line. Prime time is all the time. We talking about the classics, and there's so many. That's Leeboy TV and PRIME. Ow.